I think we've all been there. Those moments where you feel like someone is watching you, but when you turn, you can't locate their eyes. Science says humans are wired to believe that others are staring at them. The brain is constantly working on trying to figure out, are we safe or are we not safe? The feeling of fear is what reaches out first. Another person's gaze can kick off the moment of awareness. Now, there is a name for this, and you're familiar with it. It's called paranoia. The feeling of constantly looking over our shoulders. Yet, in a horror film, the actors that don't feel like looking over their shoulders are usually the first ones that are written out of the script. I'm a third-degree black belt in martial arts. Everywhere I walk, I'm in touch with what's right now and will scan the entire room as well as the parking lot while walking. Not out of paranoia, but it's called awareness. Martial artists aren't trained to attack first. It's to get away. Understanding your paranoia is a great reason to pick up a pen and start asking yourself some questions. How do you present yourself in the public eye? Are you wearing earbuds? Where is your pocketbook or your wallet? How about your keys? What are you doing that's attracting the watcher? Truly taking the time to become aware of what's around you at all times is not paranoia, but it allows you to comfort the brain. Now, we'll all freak out if we go to a mall or a movie theater and we think people are watching us. Well, what about what you're doing on the internet? What is your awareness? I'm Arrow. Hey, coming up next, we're going to go into a deeper subject. The subject is when your body's muscles are not communicating. What are the after effects with the shutdown? Hey, it's Arrow. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. I'm a silent wolf. I sit back and I just watch. I listen. I observe. I study. And then we activate it. This is The Daily Mess. Learning how to recommunicate with your body parts. Boy, I remember those days with my Achilles tendon. My leader and or coach explained to me that each leg muscle has to learn how to talk to each other all over again. And it had to begin with trusting the injury, knowing it wasn't going to give out. I took it as a personal message, deciding not to go with the body's acceptance of whatever's happened. But you have to physically convince the brain to get control of the unruly muscle children and how they're not communicating with each other, which is what I'm facing again, but this time it's with my left shoulder. Until you're injured, you never truly see the enormous amount of things that come together as one place. And which one of those muscles is acting conceited and extremely selfish. The plans and purpose of how the shoulder is supposed to work is thrown out the window. Well, it's time to call in the coach, the teacher, the outsider, the one that's going to look at you and say, I don't like your personal reasons to want to just settle back and take things unnoticed and be acceptable of it. It's time to get the muscles talking. We do that all the time. We'll sit there and we'll accept the injury. And we won't do anything to make the injury better. We think that with time, it will happen. Now, I'm very guilty of one thing. I will wait 10 days before I go see the professional. This particular time, didn't make it to 10 days. I barely made it to 7 days. And now that I've been with the professionals and I'm on the medication I'm supposed to do, it's time to start working on the physical therapy to get the coach to get me back in order. Because I learned from the Achilles tendon injury and the months and months of physical therapy with that you can't sit back. The way you walk, the way you move, everything that you're doing in your everyday world, if you're doing it wrong, it will affect something else in your body. And now you've got a new complaint. So the thing to do is to ask yourself those questions and question the answers and take every bit of those notes to those who are your coach and or instructor, because you will learn more about the communication of your body. And when you do that, you start to listen to everything that's moving and the expectation it needs from you on the outside world. I'm Arrow, and that's The Daily Mess.